So after 3 days of competition, India's got total 20 medals that include 7 gold, but China at number 2, Iran at number 3. There are almost a dozen gold medals up for grabs today. We'll certainly let you know about the schedule as well. But first and foremost, let's really look at some aerial shots. I'm sure you're enjoying the coverage that we're trying to bring you live on Doordarshan Sports. And today also, Kalinga Stadium here in the capital city of Bhubaneshwar will witness a lot of action. That's the place to be in. This is the Asian Athletic Championship and we are getting you the broadcast. And look at the weather. There is certainly some humidity, but the temperature expected to be near 30 degrees. Humidity as high as 82% plus. So certainly the athletes have to also factor that in their performance. You see the floodlights there? As I see from outside the windows here in the studios, there is still sunlight, but about in half an hour, 45 minutes, it will be the mask lights that will take over. Beautiful track, 400-meter oval-shaped synthetic track that has 8 lanes in it, that has seen some champions already born, some young athletes already making their impressions. There have been an array of emotions, inspirational stories, disappointments too. The lush green field, in a moment from now, will also witness the first event of the evening, which happens to be the women's pole vault. It'll start at 5:30 p.m. Thereafter, we'll have the women's discus throw as well. But as Kitasha mentioned, this evening, all eyes on 800 meters, where both in men's and women's category, we're expecting gold medal. Beautiful stadium, a capacity of 15,000 audience in attendance. And as we were coming to the studios, I saw huge queues cutting across age groups. But I think what's most heartening, Kitasha, that you've got a lot of youngsters coming in and seeing the sports.
बिल्कुल और अगर हम इन 4 दिनों की बात करें तो शुरुआत से लेकर अब तक जिस तरह से यहाँ पे मौजूदगी दिखाई दी है वॉलंटियर्स की, यंगस्टर्स की, वाकई काबिल तारीफ है। और अगर एक नज़र डालें 22nd एशियन एथलेटिक चैंपियनशिप 9 जुलाई डे 4 इवनिंग सेशन की हम बात कर रहे हैं। अब जो मुकाबले होने वाले विमेंस पोल वॉल्ट फाइनल।
So as far as the first event there is concerned, the women's pole vault, that action will begin in a few minutes from now. And our commentators are also very ready. Rupinder Singh and Ritesh will get you the live commentary. KM Sangeeta will be the Indian representative there. But as I said, 800 meters is the one that you really need to mark your diaries on. It happens at 6 p.m. this evening. The women's 800 meters, we've got 3 representatives of India there. But also on your screen, you can find the javelin throw final. That is scheduled for 7:35. Neeraj Chopra, who was felicitated yesterday on day 3 by the Athletic Federation of India for being the world junior record holder, will be participating there. And then you've got these very exciting relays towards the end.
बिल्कुल मेंस 4x400 मीटर रिले फाइनल 8:25 पर और विमेंस 4x400 मीटर रिले फाइनल 8:50 पर आप देख सकते हैं। और 9 बजे तक सारे मुकाबले एक तरह से हम कहेंगे कि फिनिश हो जाएंगे और उसके बाद होगी क्लोजिंग सेरेमनी।
Looking forward to the closing ceremony because after 4 days of competition where you have representatives of 40 Asian countries, roughly 700 athletes in attendance here, and you have had stiff competition. Come 9 p.m. this evening, you will find all of them really embracing the symphonies of music. Sports unites, music unites, and I can only imagine that jumbled march past which our viewers will get to see after 9 p.m. when the closing ceremony starts.
अगर हम शुरू के दिन से बात करें तो पहले 2 दिन बहुत ही खास रहे। जिस तरह से मेडल में बढ़त हुई और आज बहुत ज़्यादा उम्मीदें बंधी हुई हैं भारतीय एथलीट से, तो देखना होगा क्या कुछ आज दिलचस्प होने वाला है। हर अगर हम प्रतियोगिता की बात करें, हर इवेंट की बात करें, तो या फिर होम क्राउड का हम सपोर्ट कहें या फिर कुछ होम एडवांटेज, तो कहीं ना कहीं खिलाड़ियों के अंदर खास तौर पर ये चीज़ दिखाई दी कि हमें जीत कर दिखाना है। डायरेक्ट एंट्री जो है, क्यों ये इसके पीछे एक आपको नहीं लगता कि सीधी एंट्री, घर का एक तरह से दबाव, घर का उत्साह, ये देखने को मिल रहा है जो लंदन में होने वाली चैंपियनशिप के लिए सीधा उन्हें क्वालिफाई कर।
Absolutely. When the opening ceremony happened on Wednesday, 5th of July, we had IAAF President Sebastian Coe in attendance, and he invited the athletes for the London World Championship that happened in August. And remember, any athlete who performs very well, wins gold here, will get a direct entry there. As you saw there, the audiences are pouring into the Kalinga Stadium. It doesn't get bigger than this. Day 4 of the competition. It's the last session, and 7 gold medals is what India has won so far. On day 1, 6th of July, Thursday, India bagged 2 gold medals. The first gold medal came courtesy Manpreet Kaur in women's shot put. What an effort by Manpreet Kaur. And then we had G. Lakshmanan winning us the second gold in 5,000 meters. Guess what? We have the 10,000 meters today, and G. Lakshmanan is participating in that. The fact that he's already got one gold in his kitty should really help his psychology. He should be very confident. He's already won a gold. Can he repeat it by having a podium finish in 10,000 meter? And the story doesn't end there. We also have the women's 10,000 meter, and participating there is our Sanjeevani Jadhav. And Sanjeevani in the 5,000 meter had bronze. Gitasha, do you feel, given that Sanjeevani and Lakshmanan have already a medal to their credit, perhaps their confidence will be very high when they take participation in 10,000 meters today?
बिल्कुल, और ये तो देखने लायक बात होने वाली है कि किस तरह से अब आगे परफॉर्मेंस रहेगी, और ये जुनून है एक तरह से कि यहाँ पर मेडल लेकर आना है। वहीं अगर बात करें हम सुधा सिंह की, क्यों अमित, जब जिस तरह से कल उन्होंने परफॉर्मेंस दी है, और एशियन चैंपियनशिप की अगर हम बात करें तो वहाँ पर उनका प्रदर्शन अच्छा रहा, एशियन गेम्स में भी उन्होंने अच्छा किया। 38 इयर्स ओल्ड हैं और खुद मानती हैं कि कहीं ना कहीं एज फैक्टर उनके आड़े आया। कल जब हमारी उनसे बात हुई तो उन्होंने कहा कि बहुत ज़रूरी था होम क्राउड के बीच में इतनी सपोर्ट के साथ मेरा यहाँ पर जीतना, और वाकई स्टीपल चेज कोई आसान रन नहीं होती है।
Absolutely, there is no age group when it comes to sports, and you can actually see these shots where cutting across age groups, audience is in attendance. They're carrying the placards and they're very excited. Notwithstanding the fact they have to wait for some time, they know that in a few minutes from now the action will unfold. There are 4 big screens which also relay all the action that's happening here at the Kalinga Stadium, Bhubaneshwar. And I had a chance to interact with some of the students, especially the school students. They have their favorite in Tintu Luka. She'll certainly be representing India today in 800 meters. We're expecting Tintu Luka, who's the defending champion, to win another gold for India. Not only her, Lily Das and Archana Adar will also be participating in 800 meters. 2 minutes, 6.66 seconds is what Tintu Luka clocked. And therefore, the aspiration of all these spectators in attendance is, can Tintu Luka do it again? Jinson Johnson and Vishwambar Kohli will be the 2 Indian participants in the 800 meters, and these audiences are certainly enjoying themselves. There is music in the air. I remember in the opening ceremony, Shankar Mathwan singing a few songs, and the grand finale where we had the song Koi Kahe Kehta Rahe. Trust me, the DJ here at the Kalinga Stadium has got a nice choice of songs. The other day, on day 2, when it rained heavily, Cats and Dogs, he was playing Pyar Hua, Ikrar Hua, and the audience is someone who enjoys not only sports but also music.
और अगर खास तौर पे बात करें अमित, जब हमने सपना बर्मन का जो इवेंट देखा था और हैप्टाथन की अगर हम बात करें, तो यही वो दर्शक थे जो इस तरह से उनका उत्साह बढ़ा रहे थे और ये दिखा रहे थे कि किस तरह से एक खिलाड़ी की परफॉर्मेंस बेटर की जा सकती है। और ये हमारे देश के खिलाड़ियों के लिए नहीं है। जब हमने कल लॉन्ग जंप के इवेंट्स देखे जहां पर कितने देशों के आए हुए खिलाड़ी थे, तब उन्होंने जिस तरह से चीयर अप किया एक बेस्ट परफॉर्मर के लिए, चाहे वो किसी भी देश से आया हुआ एथलीट हो, तो वो एक अपने आप में देखने लायक बात होती है। सपना बर्मन की हम खासतौर पे बात करना चाहेंगे। हैप्टाथन इवेंट की हम 2 दिन से हम उस पर नज़र बनाए हुए हैं। जब जिस तरह से शुरुआत हुई थी वहां पर लग रहा था कि सपना बर्मन क्या करेंगे, लेकिन आज आते आते उनकी बेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस हमें देखने को मिल रही है। और कल आपने एक खास बात कही थी कि एक बार वो थक गई थी, परेशान हो गई थी, और उन्होंने अपने आप को रिजुविनेट किया, एक डिसीजन लिया कि नहीं, मुझे कुछ कर दिखाना है। बताएं जरूर हमारे दर्शकों को।
That was a defining moment, and I hope you caught that live on Doordarshan Sports. She was participating in high jump women heptathlon, and she scaled 1.83 meter. The audiences that you just saw were cheering her, and the next level was 3 centimeter up, 1.86 meters. Could she have scaled that hurdle? You know, she went down, there was this boundary where she just kept her head like that. She was also talking to her coach after that, and once she had that mental toughness, she was able to scale 1.86 meters. And guess what? The woman who's been able to get gold medal here in that high jump category has actually got 2 centimeter less than that.
और भी अगर कुछ खिलाड़ियों की हम बात करें, खासतौर पे पूर्णया हेब्रम की, जो उड़ीसी यहाँ पर उनको सपोर्ट है और बहुत ही अच्छा उनका भी प्रदर्शन रहा है। इसके अलावा अगर हम लिस्की की बात करें तो बेस्ट परफॉर्मर यहाँ पर निकल कर आए, ऐसा लगा कि क्यों ना यही जीते, लेकिन कंपटीशन बहुत कड़ा है और अब आते आते क्या होने वाला है ये तो अब कुछ ही दिन में पता चल पाएगा।
One prediction I can do, the loudest cheer here at the Kalinga Stadium among the audience perhaps will be reserved when you will have women's 200 meters today, which will happen in about half an hour from now. 2 of India's very good athletes in Duty Chand, who got a bronze for us, and also Sravani Nanda. the one who administered oath on behalf of all athletes during the opening ceremony, will be in action. At the end of 3 days, medal tally, 20 total medals for India. That includes 7 goals. I told you about Manpreet Kaur getting us the first gold, and then Lakshmanan, the second goal. On day 2, we had 4 gold medals, and they came in that 400 meter women's and men's category, 1500 men's and women's category. And then day 3, Sudha Singh, as Kitasha said. China, with 4 gold, is climbing up the ladder. Can China overtake India on day 4 of the competition? Stay tuned to Doordarshan. That's the mystery that will unravel over the course of next 2 hours before we bring you the live closing ceremony. Iran, haven't they sprung a surprise this time? A very good effort in shot put and even in discus, where Vikas Gowda got India going with the bronze. It was Ehsan Haddadi with a beautiful throw in discus that got Iran its first gold.
वहीं अगर बात करें किर्गिस्तान की, तो किर्गिस्तान 1 मेडल के साथ, उज़्बेकिस्तान 1 मेडल के साथ। वहीं यूनाइटेड अरब एमिरेट्स की बात करें तो टोटल 1 मेडल, टीपीआर कोरिया 1 मेडल, सऊदी अरेबिया 3, ओमान 1 और सीरिया भी 1 मेडल के साथ बना हुआ है।
Well, one of the other moments that you would perhaps like to watch today is when the flag of Asian Athletic Association would be handed over to the representative of Doha, Qatar. And that'll happen because the next edition, 23rd edition of Asian Athletic Championship will actually happen in Doha, Qatar. And I think that would be a moment as well where we will also know about the culture of Doha. And I think the fact that India has had the opportunity of hosting the 22nd edition has ensured that the rich Indian heritage and culture has spread across Asia. People from 40 countries have come here. It's been a mega event that will draw to a close today, but not before we have some more action coming up for you live. And I think one of the other events that you would like to watch is the women's discus throw. I'm reminded of the Commonwealth Games that Delhi had hosted. And the best moment that I still recall 7 years down the line was when Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium was buzzed with complete energy, because not only the gold went to India, silver and bronze as well. And you had Krishna Punia, you had Seema Antil and Harvant Kaur, and you have Seema participating today, but I'm still reminded of those beautiful memories.
बिल्कुल। और यहाँ पर महिला खिलाड़ियों की अगर हम खास तौर पर बात करें तो बहुत ही पिछले कुछ सालों में अच्छा प्रदर्शन निकल कर आ रहा है। जिस तरह का इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर उन्हें दिया जा रहा है, ट्रेनिंग उन्हें दी जा रही है और स्पॉन्सरशिप मिल रही है, वो देखते ही बनती है कि क्यों महिला खिलाड़ियों को इतना आगे बढ़त दी जा रही है और वो करके भी दिखा रही हैं।
Yes, well right now we can show you the results of men's 110 meter hurdles. It is also a dash which the audiences enjoy quite a lot. And here is the result. You've got a couple of Kuwaitis at number 1 and 2. Almandi with a timing of 13.50 seconds, and his colleague Yaqub with a timing of 13.59 seconds. And Saudi Arabia athlete there, Khader, 13.61 at number 3. So 110 meter hurdles is also something that tells you that there will be hurdles in life, but you have to really jump and climb them.
और जितनी भी रेस हमने ऑलमोस्ट देखी हैं, हर किसी में कुछ ना कुछ हर्डल रहा, लेकिन किस तरह से खिलाड़ी उसे पार करके आगे बढ़े हैं वो देखना बहुत ही खास था। और हमारे पीछे जो आप स्टेडियम देख रहे हैं वहाँ पर लाइव एक्शन हमें दिखता है। और अमित, आप तो पूरा एक एक चीज़ नोट करते हैं कि क्या टाइमिंग रहे, क्या कुछ रहा। तो ये सिर्फ दिवानगी भारतीयों के लिए नहीं है, जो बाकी पार्टिसिपेंट्स यहाँ पर आए हैं उनके लिए भी देखते ही बनता है कि किस तरह से एक एक चीज़ का खास ख्याल रखा गया। इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की अगर हम बात करें और किस तरह से 90 दिन में पूरा स्टेडियम ये तैयार हुआ और खिलाड़ियों की आवाजाही बड़े आराम से हो रही है और परफॉर्मेंस बहुत अच्छी रही, मौसम बहुत अच्छा रहा। तो बहुत से फैक्टर्स हैं जिसने इस 22nd एशियन एथलेटिक चैंपियनशिप को खास बना दिया।
And Gitasha, if you allow, I have a very interesting statistics to share. Let's get you the results of the men's hammer throw. Have a look at them. And that's the interesting statistics I would like to share. That this person, Dilshad Nazad, had a score of 76.69. He hardly had to do anything to win the gold. That's the most predictable result you could have. That's the lone gold that Tajikistan has got so far. China at number 2. And you've got India's challenge, not there on that screen, but trust me, we had a lot of expectation from India as well. Neeraj Kumar finished a very disappointing 9th there. But that's how it goes in men's hammer throw. It's an interesting sport. You've got this hammer and you have to get the right angle and then throw it at a distance. And I hope one can only throw 76 meters that easily as the gold medalist has done there.
बिल्कुल। और तजाकिस्तान, जैसे कि आपने कहा, उन्होंने एक खाता खोला है अपना और बाकी अगर परफॉर्मेंस की बात करें तो तजाकिस्तान बहुत 1, 2 और 3 की हम बात करते हैं, चौथे और 5वें नंबर पर रहा, लेकिन क्लोज कंपटीशन देखा गया उनके एथलीट्स की तरफ से.
Absolutely. So the most predictable gold medal was that in the men's hammer throw category, and that was the interesting fact that I wanted to share with the viewers of Doordarshan Sport. So once again, it's day 4 of the competition, and as we were trying to tell you, in just a bit we'll have the women's pole vault. Sangeeta will represent India's challenge. Thereafter, we've got the women's discus throw, where we have 3 Indian women in the fray. Seema Punia, remember that Commonwealth Games, Kamalpreet Kaur, and then Himani Singh. But let's also share another result with you. This is the result of women's 4 into 100 meters relay, and India did win a bronze there as well. The quartet of Marilyn Joseph, Himashri Roy, Shravani Nanda and Duty Chand got India that medal with a timing of 44.57. Kazakhstan with a timing of 43.53 getting the gold, and China with 44.50 at number 2 position. And Srabani Nanda and Duty Chand, I thought, did exceedingly well in that 4 into 100 meter relay. Could they really repeat the magic in 200 meters finals today? That's the key question.
और अगर द्युति चंद की जैसे कि आपने बात की, द्युति चंद ने आज 200 मीटर में भी जब सेमीफाइनल देखा गया, एक्सपीरियंस यहाँ देखने को मिला कि किस तरह से उन्होंने फिनिश किया उस रिले को, जो कि बहुत खास था.
And since we're talking about Shravani Nanda, and she was the one who had administered the oath on behalf of all athletes during the opening ceremony, we must also mention and compliment all the athletes that the 4 days of competition has seen fair play. Everyone has abided by the rules of the IAAF, which is the International Association of Athletic Federations, and we did see that the rules were implemented very, very strictly. There was order, discipline. Many a times when we had the 100 meter or the 110 meter, there were false starts, but then if it was a false start, then the players had to come back, because at the end of the day, every game has to be played within a set of rules.
बिल्कुल, और इस रूल को इस तरह से माना गया कि अगले दिन फिर दोबारा से उसे आयोजित किया गया, और जहां पर चांसेस थे, अमिया मलिक जो यहाँ के हीरो कहे जाते हैं उड़ीसा के, उन्होंने फिर उसमें इंप्रूवमेंट की और काफी अच्छा प्रदर्शन दिया.
Yes, let's now get the results of men's 4 into 100 meter relay results. That was the last gold medal event on day 3 of the competition. China was the victorious team there. 39.38 seconds was the time, and see how close they were with the Thai. I remember being in the stadium watching that live, and we were really thinking as to who's actually won it. Is it the Thai quartet or the Chinese? But ultimately it was given to China. Hong Kong settling for a bronze there. No Indian participation, and I was telling about the discipline and the order. Amia Kumar Malik and team was expected to be there, but then there was some confusion of handling the baton in the legal space, which resulted into disqualification of the Indian team for their participation in the finals.
बिल्कुल, और कुछ अगर हम खास चीज़ों पर नज़र डालें तो बहुत सारा ध्यान जो हमारा जाता है, जो यहाँ का मस्कट है, जब हम बात कर रहे थे उसके बारे में शायद कम ही लोग जानते होंगे कि शायद ये प्रजाति जो है वो लुप्त होने वाली है, उसको यहाँ का मस्कट बनाया गया. अगर उड़ीसा के बीचेस की हम बात करें, उसके पीछे क्या थ्योरी थी, क्या वो था, उस पर हम नजर डालें तो एम्बिशन, हार्ड वर्क, एंड्योरेंस, पेशेंट एंड एमर्जिंग एज अ विनर. ओली जो एक टर्टल है, उससे हमें क्या सीख मिलती है, ये तो हमने देख ही लिया जब यहाँ पर हमने गेम्स के दौरान इतनी सारी चीजें देखी हैं कि खिलाड़ी इतना अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस दे रहे हैं. अगर कोई हारा है, लास्ट मोमेंट पे आके दे आर एमर्जिंग एज अ विनर, जिसके साथ हमें उम्मीद नहीं होती है, वो लास्ट मोमेंट पे एक विनर के तौर पर उभरता है.
Absolutely. So Oli, the mascot, invites everyone to the Asian Athletic Championship. From where we are in the capital city of Bhubaneshwar, if we travel 100 kilometers, we'll reach Gahir Mata Beach, which is the hub of breeding of these sea turtles. And the message from the games is loud and clear that let's preserve and conserve the diverse flora and fauna, so that we understand that if they won't exist, then we won't exist as well.
बिल्कुल, और पूरे परफॉर्मेंस पे हमने नज़र डाली है अभी पिछले 3 दिन से, और आज क्या कुछ खास होने वाला है. अगर हम पोल वॉल्ट की बात करें तो किस तरह की चुनौती रहेगी आज इंडिया के लिए?
I think Sangeeta is going to be representing the Indian challenge there. It's all about performance on that very day. It's a sport. I also feel it's an art. You need to plant your prop right and then get that elevation. And I think pole vault is something that the viewers will certainly cherish, because it has that enigma. They would want whether the pole vaulter is able to scale that bar, And when the bar height is increased, how do they address that kind of challenge? With every few centimeters that bar is raised, it means more mental toughness. Not that the athlete can't do it, but on a given day, who can get all the pieces of puzzle together is the big thing. And I can tell you the challenge that's there for Sangeeta. You've got a Chinese player, Li Lei. She will certainly give her a strong competition. You've got Thailand in there as well, Chai Nisa. Then you've got Tomoki Abiko, the Japanese. Watch out for Abiko. And another Chinese in the fray, Shen. And then Kanai Tatsuta from Japan. So 2 Japanese, 2 Chinese, a Thai player and an Indian player. 6 in the start list when it comes to women's pole vault, the first of the action that you'll witness this evening. And therefore, we are absolutely ready now for women's pole vault finals. I can see athletes absolutely in readiness. So we can cut across for live commentary with our colleagues Rupinder Pal Singh and Ritesh.